Hello. It's after Thanksgiving, and I've had a wonderful Thanksgiving with Russell and Lori in North Carolina. I'm sitting in what they call the depot. It's their guest house. It was an old train depot. And behind me, you can see the Christmas tree, and we'll scan up a little bit. That's the Christmas tree that Lori has here, and anyway, it's really a nice place, and they have Christmas parties in here with some of their friends and church members and whatnot. It's been a while since I've been back, and I will be more diligent. I had almost decided to quit doing these, and with Thea and Russell both prompting and pushing on me, we're going to do more of them because this is recorded history. I'm going to start with a story that has some point to it of when I was in college. Our family had gotten large enough that we drew names rather than buy everybody a gift because it was just prohibitive to buy gifts for everybody cost-wise if you got anything nice. And so we drew names. And when we first started doing this, it was really secretive. When you got a name, you didn't tell anybody about it or whose it was. And since I'm off at school, Mother fixed up the names and drew them out, and she drew a name for me, and she put it in an envelope and sent it to me. She didn't look at it. Well, when it got to me, it was my own name. It was Lee. So I thought, great, I've been wanting a certain gift. I was wanting a new gray Western hat to ride in rodeos with and just to wear as a dress hat. And so I went down and I bought exactly what I wanted. And I put it on the package, wrapped it up, put it on the package from Lee to Lee. And Mother was all upset. But, I got exactly what I wanted. And it was a situation where if somebody had gone to buy me a hat, they probably wouldn't have picked the one I really wanted. And so I've been conscious ever since then to try and know what people wanted if I was going to get them a gift. I like to take my grandkids to go get their gift sometimes. And anyway, I like to have the person involved. And so that's my story of getting my own gift and getting to get exactly what I wanted out of life. I've got to adjust this just a little. There we go. Anyway, life has been good to me, and especially grateful for family and loved ones this time of year. We need to remember that Thanksgiving is a holiday of gratitude, and we don't often do enough gratitude. We don't often tell enough people that we are thankful for them and what they do. And one of the things that I've started trying to do of late is that I try to find someone once a week that I can express gratitude for something they've done or who they are. And I try to send them a note. I don't always get that done, but it has had great rewards. And along with that, as I go out shopping or whatever I'm doing in the course of a day, I try to find something about someone to compliment. Here a few years ago, when Kamari and I would go to the mall, for instance, for Christmas shopping, now at Christmas time, and today is Cyber Monday, and so there will be more money spent today on Christmas gifts than any other day of the year, evidently. But if you could find someone to pay a compliment to, most cashiers are put up with a lot of abuse, and people who serve the public, waitresses, waiters, put up with a lot of abuse from people. And there's no need for that. We need to be going about spreading good cheer and telling people that they look nice or that they're doing a good job or that you appreciate something. And the other day, when I was here before back in September, uh, in church, I was in church one day and they had asked about, they were talking about gratitude, and I gave the illustration in a class that there was a grandmother that I had observed there in the ward and how she had treated her grandchildren. And it was beautiful to watch. Her face just lighted up when her grandkids came in and sat down around her. And watching her through the church service and how she took care of this whole line of little children, ranging from maybe 8 or 9 down to 2. And there were quite a number of them. And watching her do that, because she was making a difference in their lives. And I expressed that I had observed that, and I hadn't said anything to her. I said, but I will correct that. So after church was over, I made a point of finding her and telling her that I appreciated the way she was teaching and taking care of her grandchildren, because I like to do the same thing with my grandchildren. But what was interesting, that was in September. Last week, I was here with Russell and Lori and went to church. Same lady in the same row that she normally sits in, same group of grandchildren. And I watched her do that. And after church, I was headed out to the car, and she caught me in the hallway. And she thanked me after 2 months' time or 3 months' time for the compliment that I had paid her. You know, obviously she had thought about it more during that period of time. And so if we can give people a pick-me-up, that they've done something good, something better, there's a lot of merit in having people do that. In this great nation of ours, we've just been through an election process that there's a lot of bitterness on either side. Let's put bitterness aside out of your life, out of my life, and let's join together and celebrate this great nation. It's a wonderful place to live, far and away the best place on earth to live. Why else would all the people be wanting to come in? And we need to have immigration, but it needs to be legal immigration. But let's try and do our best to heal this nation. I think we have a chance at it if we will but decide to do it and do our little part every day to heal all of the problems that are around us. You know, in training of horses is much like training of people. If you will ignore the bad and reward the good, you'll make great progress. The same is very true of raising children. If you ignore the wrongdoing and reward or compliment the good things they do, they will gain leaps and bounds and become better people for it. I pray that you will take this to heart and that you will strive to be a peacemaker and make things better around you rather than let the adversary pull you apart and pull you apart from others. Have a wonderful day. And if you like this, subscribe, pass it around to someone else.